guys, it's just Gene here with Big Man Yusuff and Brent, and this is Meet Us After 7.
Yo. Welcome back to the world's most dangerous podcast.
Come on.
Meet Us After 7.
Oh, wow.
What?
Sorry, I just saw my calories. I was thinking, wait, hold on a minute.
Well, how much you burnt today?
Yeah, because I did bare walking today.
Okay. Episode 242.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Back after 7 days. Meet Us After
7. Get it?
Ah,
Come
snap.
on.
What you telling me? Sorry.
Sorry.
First of all, let's address the elephant in the room. No, I'm joking. Gloria. Oh.
That's wicked. What?
You got bare rattled.
No, did you see when I looked at you? I was thinking, wait a minute.
I was like, straight out the gate. Nah,
literally.
I'm playing. But Gloria was getting a lot of, not a lot, but I saw a few.
No, but we knew she would.
Regarding, so I just like to say apologies to whoever Gloria offended with her heinous takes regarding Emily's ex-husband and mental health. Sorry. She is out of her mind.
Right. We've obviously, the thing is, yeah, we literally knew what was gonna happen. But can I just say, right, that people love how can someone call it the GMG crew? Ghana must go. Like when the GMG crew.
Yeah, that's the acronym, isn't it?
No, I know, but like, let's be honest. When we're in the build, when everyone's in the building, it's always it's always a top tier episode.
Of course. Because obviously we've got that chemistry, that cohesion. Yeah, so yeah, when Gloria and Sida here, it's always a great listen still. And obviously, Crystal and, when Doreen hasn't been there for
Doreen's not been there for time.
Yeah, Doreen hasn't been for time still.
But yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to address that quickly before we went on. But what's good? How are you? How's your week been thus far? Are you enjoying the heat?
Well, it's raining now, isn't it? So
yeah, but just like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm alright.
It's still hot though.
Yeah, it's gonna rain till next Thursday.
So they say. About 2 weeks ago, the forecast was rain every day and it didn't rain. It rained for like 10 minutes a day. So I'm not gonna believe it until I see it, to be fair.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, it's meant to be raining until Thursday. We'll see. Regardless, we move, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh shit. The lockdown easing has been extended to July the 18th, I believe.
Has that affected any of your events?
It has, but not in the vein of them being cancelled.
Just rescheduled?
It's just, not even rescheduling. All the dates that I had for trending are all going forth. It's just that the capacity is not going to be what it would have been if the lockdown was over. So it's basically what it is now, basically. Okay. And obviously, people still have to follow social distancing protocols. Being seated, wearing mask on entry. Music has to be at a certain decibel. But same fun, same vibe, same games, shisha, all that stuff. Shout out S2. S2's coming down to play. So yeah, it's still gonna be what it is. It's just that it's not gonna be a parlay like it would have been if the restrictions were fully lifted. Innit? But the funny thing is, everyone was saying this. I don't believe that June 21st is gonna be the day. I'm like, nah, man, I believe, man.
I knew it wouldn't be because
I really believe. But
Yusuff, let's be honest, yeah. How many times has Boris? Do you remember when we first went into lockdown?
Yeah.
And we got told it was only meant to be for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like,
you're right.
Let's be honest. He hasn't got a very good track record. Like,
he doesn't. But for some reason, this time around, I thought this was the one.
But for me, it's also a case of how can we just go back to? I just find it in my mind. I still find it really weird that we can literally just go back to normal.
Yeah, but don't you feel like things are already normal-ish anyway? Like, my life has kind of gone back to normal. Like, I'm mad busy right now, yeah, and it's like, obviously, I'm mad busy and I haven't got time to do certain things, but I can't take it for granted because in 2020. Man wasn't mad busy.
I know, but you know what? I'm not going to lie. Yeah. I miss the not... Okay.
I do, but
so for me...
I can't take it for granted.
No, okay. So my stance is I used to have hella time to binge on TV shows, right? Yeah. I used to have time to film my content and like the reels and like just have bare like in archives, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now, I don't have that same luxury. Like my content has slowed down dramatically and that's because I don't have enough time to kind of commit. Yeah. And then when I do have time, I'm really... Look at me now. Like I'm freaking shattered right now.
You don't look shattered.
Oh. But I feel
like, look at me now with a nice face of like you just look fresh.
Oh, I feel really tired. Yeah, I'm really tired. I'm not sleeping great. Hay fever has literally knocked me for 6.
I'm sleeping great because I'm tired all the time, so I'm just going to sleep.
But when I'm tired, I'm restless. It's weird. Like, I can be... So, for example, like, when I leave here...
Yeah.
You know when you're like, Gina's tired and she's yawning and whatnot? I'm not going to bed when I go home, though. Like, it's taking me like an hour or 2 to fall asleep.
You just stay in bed?
Yeah, I just don't... it's a lot. So, a part of me is just like, oh my God, I want to go back to lockdown because... life just wasn't so fast paced. I didn't have to leave my house. It's the commuting. I spend so much time now commuting back and forth between the gym and my house. But like you said, we can't take it for granted, obviously.
Yeah, no, can't.
But I guess for me, it's just quite overwhelming because we've gone from one extreme to the other.
Basically. Well, obviously, there was a bit of a gradual change. But I think since April 12th, that's when it's just been like full throttle, isn't it?
Do you know what I think it is? Where I was away, but I was very active when I was away. So I wasn't away chilling. Yeah. So if I'm not going out and coming home at crazy times, do you know what I mean? So I didn't get to rest when I was there. And then when I came back, it kind of just, I was back into the swing of things. So I didn't really get to ease myself in. So I think, and then also, remember, Yusuff, we weren't outside.
What do you mean?
Like, we weren't going outside to motives and stuff.
Yeah.
So now we're outside. Yeah. It's also very tiring.
It is. But that's what I'm saying. Things are kind of back to normal.
I know. So it's really it's really overwhelming.
Listen, I got to move house at the end of July and I haven't had no time to look for a house.
I was going to say, like, you figure out where you're going.
No. I had the time to sit down and properly like search. I've done a few searches here and there, but I haven't had the time to be like, to commit X amount of time to find a place. Like, that's how busy I've been. But
brother, you need to, boy, because July's around the corner.
That's what I'm saying. That's how busy I've been. I haven't had the time to, but I need to like, even this week I'm like, okay, cool, where can I allocate a few hours just to searching for houses or flats, whatever. I just haven't found the time. But
my friend wanted to take me out to eat, right? And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna let you know where I can fit you in. He was like, rah, you think you're bougie? I said, no. Let me show you my week's calendar. He said, rah. I said, look, this is literally what my week looks like. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see.
But I was like, that's my week.
Yeah, no.
So even when it comes to doing pod and stuff, it's not even because I'm not trying to do pod. No, but do you know what I mean? I know sometimes it's like, oh, Gina can't do this, Gina can't do this. Do you know what I mean? It's literally like...
No, not this pod. You mean this recording or you mean...
No, not Wednesdays. I mean the Patreon.
Oh,
like,
Patreon
when we're
stuff,
doing extra stuff, it's always a bit more difficult to like lock in a day. Yeah, no. But I'm saying it's not because I don't want to.
Yeah, no, of course not. Of course not. Did you see what Paul said on
I didn't listen
to Alhan and
I didn't I no audio basically.
Right. So basically what he said was he wouldn't date a girl with over 50,000 followers because he would classify her as an Instagram girl, isn't it? For me, 50,000 is on the higher end anyway. Like, I think you can, from what he's saying, I think you can cap that number much lower to call a girl an Instagram girl.
Oh, okay.
I think a girl she don't have to have 50 to be, like, I think a girl can have 15K and be called an Instagram girl, no? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like when you have over 10K, people like...
put you in a certain
and
bracket.
You know what? It's so cringy when it comes to guys. Not like that, but it's like the amount of times, you might meet someone. So if I meet someone, and they don't know who I am or what I do or nothing, I will never say this is what I do. This is what, I'm always like, I'd rather you not know, because 9 times out of 10, what generally happens is, let me see what you're big on social, like, what have you got, like, what's your social media saying? And I'll be like, nothing major. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? I'll always be like, it's nothing in it. It's just whatever. Yeah. But if there's another person there, that person always kind of hypes it. It's like, no, she's doing bitch, you know? I'm like, I'm doing all right, whatever. Yeah. Then they look at it like, rah, you're big time, yeah? And it just makes me, I just think, reduce it. Like, it's cringe. I'm not big time. I'm just, whatever. What, you're Hollywood? No, I'm not Hollywood. I'm just there in it. Yeah. And then it's like, I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna what's it called? I'm not even gonna follow you because you're not gonna follow me back. And then it's just I just find it really cringe.
Yeah, I think not only guys but girls as well. But we assume, well, not me, but people assume that because someone has X amount of followers that they're not accessible or they're, you know, they have like I'm a celebrity type of mindset.
I think I'm too accessible.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I'm too.
Yeah.
I'm not. Even yesterday, I went to Asda on the way home from training, and I had a mask on. So I always find it weird when people clock me with a mask on because, especially people I don't know. But then I realize it's probably because they're so used to seeing my face online. It makes sense for them to clock who I am. So I literally was walking past. There was a guy and he don't know if it's his girlfriend actually, but a guy and a girl. And he literally was in mid conversation, and I walked past him and I had a mask on. He was like, I swear that's just Gene. And then I looked and I was like, hi. And he was like, I love your content, by the way. But obviously, I don't know what he looked like because he had a mask on.
Yeah.
But it was like, I'm never going to be like, or like when people message me and be like, oh, I saw you today and I was shy to say hello. Like when I went out to eat for my birthday, someone was there, was like, oh, I saw you. And I was like, oh, you should have just said hi. And they're like, no, I didn't want to I felt starstruck. And I'm like, why? I'm any girl, you know. Trust me. You lot will catch me slipping with headscarf, bonnet. I don't give a damn. So I'm not Hollywood. I'm none of that.
Yeah, I know.
At all.
The funny, do you feel like there's like there is a stigma though? With,
of course there is.
With not you, but with girls who have a lot of followers.
Yeah.
Because you assume obviously that the DMs are full.
Literally.
So even if you do DM them, you're gonna be one of thousands, and she's not gonna see it anyway. Then you're gonna assume that she probably deals with a certain type of guy. Money comes into it, status, power, all that stuff in it.
Yeah.
When a lot of the time these girls are just regular normal girls, just happen to have a big following. You know what I'm trying to say? And
the thing is, do you know what? Let me be honest with you. I feel like there's different types of girls. If it's a girl who's an Insta baddie, I know we throw the term around, and sometimes I call myself that.
Insta baddie in terms of the way she looks,
but I'm not an Insta baddie. I'm a fitness PT. Like that's
the Insta baddie joke back that we had on the podcast.
I know, but I mean there actually are real Insta baddies.
Yeah, of course.
As in their page is literally about the glow up, and lifestyle, right? Yeah. So I feel like those types of women, I understand where the kind of the assumptions will come from because it's what they portray. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. And I don't think they're regular girls. Like I don't think they're not like they're not.
I think it's obvious who lives a regular lifestyle but has a lot of followers and who doesn't live a regular lifestyle. Obviously, people can lie on social media as well and portray a lifestyle that they don't live, so we can think about that as well. But if you're taking it for this face value, it's kind of clear who lives a certain lifestyle and who's about what.
And I think there's girls that you would feel okay to DM based on how they portray themselves. Yeah. And then there's some girls you just know you can't chat for them.
It's true. But I think in general though, it is not, I wouldn't say it's off-putting, but when girls do have a lot of followers, you do naturally feel like, she's out of reach because she's not going to see my message. That's the first thought, isn't it? Okay. Yeah. I don't think it's a case of, she's too good looking for me or I'm punching above my weight. It's okay. She has a lot of followers, so we just assume her DMs are flooded. How's she going to see mine? So it's like, for example, if you've got like a verified badge in it, your DM sticks out because you see the blue tick in it. So if you're a guy who has a verified badge, shout out Marv Taze and them, man. They could jump in a DM and be instantly seen. Yeah. And they'll be like a peacock, innit?
But you know what but then I think also, right, with women, not so much men, women, I think the stigma, see how I didn't say females. Well done, Gina. Yeah. With women, I think that there are a lot of guys also who are off-put by doing anything with that number. Like doing anything about, I'm sorry. There are a lot of
There are guys who are off-put.
I told you I'm tired.
What are you talking about?
There are guys that are put off.
Okay.
From like DMing like a girl or whatever, yeah. Because they can't handle what it comes with. So for example, if you are dating someone who's an influencer, you just know that like when you're out with them in public, you're gonna have to deal with, oh my gosh, I follow you. Or like, if you're like there's a private life is a happy life. There's certain guys who just don't even want to be seen. It's like, there's guys who will look at that and be like, yeah, you see all that stuff that it comes with.
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, obviously. A certain lifestyle comes with being obviously famous as well.
And you're exposed to a degree. Obviously you can like, obviously you put out on social media what you want people to see, right?
Yeah.
But you are forever going to be exposed or like under scrutiny, because you could go anywhere, and let's just say you got 500k followers. Like, you don't know who follows you. So you could
No, it's true.
You could literally be like, for example, there's an Insta couple who are not together anymore, but like my friends randomly saw them arguing, like proper arguing, randomly in the street with their child. And she was like, it's funny because when she saw them, she thought she knew them just because of how, you know, when you always see someone on socials, you feel like you know them.
Yeah.
But then she was like, no, check yourself, you don't know them. Yeah. But she was like, their argument was so heated. And I was like, look at that. Like, you're having a very intimate moment. Obviously, someone that you don't know now is able to, like, not that they're running with that information, but do you get what I mean? About just always being kind of like under scrutiny. Yeah,
of course. Yeah, no. If you're a public figure, someone who's known and whose face is known, obviously you're constantly under surveillance, basically. Yeah. whether it's online or whether it's in person. You know what I'm trying to say? And you never know, especially if you've got, you know, high followers, millions and whatnot. Like, you don't know who knows you. You don't know when you're going to different establishments who in that establishment knows who you are, who's seen you before. So it's like, but the thing is, you can't live your life being conscious of that fact. You just have to be free and just live. Yeah, of course. Because you can't go in places and think, I can't go here because whatever. But it depends. Depends on the level of your stardom. Because if you're like, because obviously you hear stories about celebrities who like to stay at home or have obviously security, and they go into venues through the back door. They go cinema when it's fully or they'll ask the cinema to be fully closed before they go in, or they'll shut down the mall so it's empty, so they have some type of privacy. Because it can get overwhelming at a certain level, innit?
No, of course. Like, we went Novikov a couple of weeks ago, and
but tell us that they shut down Novikov for you. Is that what you're about to tell me?
No, I was about to talk about paparazzi.
Okay, go ahead.
And outside, when we were going in, I was thinking, why is everyone... There was like 20 people outside, all with cameras.
Yeah.
Waiting for someone to come outside.
Who was it?
It was someone from Geordie Shore.
Okay.
But I didn't know. Obviously, I never watched it, so I didn't even clock who it was. It was my cousin that was like, oh, that's... Yeah. I was like, okay. But like, I just thought, look at that. Like, you've literally just gone out to eat with your bedroom. You've just gone out to eat. Now there's about 20 people outside wanting to take your photo to go and sell it to the press. Like...
Yeah.
It must get really annoying.
Yeah, of course it does.
And then they didn't come out that door, and then they were all like, you saw them run like back door. And I just thought, nah. Yeah. This is long. Yeah. Literally.
I'm just thinking about like DMing a girl who has a lot of followers. I think it is a bit of a turn off, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a bit.
Have you done it before?
With a lot of followers. With a K by her number. I don't believe I have.
No?
I'm trying to think. No, I don't think I have. I don't think I've DM'd. No. No, I don't think I have. There are girls who I've DM'd before who now have those numbers. But when I DM'd them, they didn't have the numbers. Or actually, even in reverse, when they DM'd me, they never had them numbers, and now they do. You know what I'm trying to say? But no. Yeah, I'm trying to say. But what else happened this week?
How was your birthday?
Our birthday was good, you know.
What did you do? Or we can't talk about it.
I went out.
Where'd you go?
I went to Sexy Fish.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was nice too.
Did you like it?
It was good. From what I heard or saw about before, I did feel it was a little bit overrated.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't like my experience.
I
didn't like the food.
The layout wasn't what I thought it would be.
It's weird, isn't it? And it's noisy.
It's like a massive square, basically. The attire that the staff wears butters as well. It's a bit ugly. From the pink long coats that I just went the other day, so it's fresh in my mind. The pink long coats that the doormen wear, to the suspenders with the multicolored shirts that the barmen wear.
Wow, you really remember.
To the green,
you were really taking it in, Yusuff.
To the green blazers with the fish on the back that the waitresses wear.
I didn't take in a damn thing.
These Oriental little dresses. The attire was
higgy.
Dreadful. The attire was dreadful. The music was cool. The ambiance was... It's very dark in there.
When I went, I found it really, to be fair, I had a migraine though. So I found it really noisy.
Yeah.
And the music was like, like it was that kind of music.
There was a mixture of music. It was like a random playlist. It wasn't like some minute R&B, next minute was rap, next minute.
Oh, but you went on a Monday though. I went on a Friday. So they had like a DJ, and so it was very loud, and it was like literally music.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't want to eat to.
Yeah. The food was good as well. To be fair, I went to Rocker, which is a place in Canary Wharf.
I like Rocker.
Like 2 weeks prior.
Oh, their calamari, unmatched.
And I ordered the same thing I had at Rocker, just so I can compare. The Rocker meal was better, to be fair. It was the baby chicken with the rice and veg. But it was alright. It wasn't. But the thing is, remember, I'm not a bougie restaurant type of guy, so I don't really care. Yeah. Like, I'm not like, oh my God, I want to come here and, rate the ambiance and the decor and the food. And I'm just like, I'm here, I'm having fun, good company, whatever. So it was cool, man.
That's nice.
Yeah, we had fun still. Good
I bet you did.
Huh? What do you mean I bet you did? It was good, man. It was fun still. You know what I mean? It's nice to be treated on your birthday. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's Tupac's
birthday today. Yep.
Yeah. Did you see hold on, let me play the Jada Pinkett clip. Yeah, this is the wrong phone.
50 this year. And of course, I went down memory lane. Over the years, Pac wrote me many letters and many poems, and I don't think this one has ever been published, honestly. He had a song called Lost Souls on the game-related soundtrack, but I believe this was the original concept because he wrote this, I believe, when he was at Rikers. And I was like, I don't think he would have minded that I share this with you guys. But now, I'm scared.
Long story short, people are saying that
it's inappropriate.
That Jada Pinkett has a soul tie with Tupac. So it's like, okay, cool. Let's put into context. So obviously, everyone knows that they were friends from when they were kids.
Were they friends, or was it like... Cause
according to her and him, they had no romantic involvement. Who's to know whether that's true or not? But I don't see no reason for her to lie. He did die so many years ago. But obviously, out of respect for Will, maybe she kept it a secret from the public. Maybe Will knows. I don't know. But to public knowledge, their relationship was strictly friendship.
Okay. To be fair, yeah, like, obviously, there's males in my life that I have a platonic relationship with.
Yeah.
You're obviously one of them.
Yeah.
Lanray.
Yeah.
Big Bo.
Yeah.
Like, there's people around me that, like, people have assumed that is, like, do you know what I mean? See, the same way people make assumptions about her.
Yeah.
Over the years, I've had hella assumptions about every single person I've just mentioned about us.
Yeah, but
not just being friends.
No, I get it. But the thing is, there's levels to, how you display and how you.
It's because he's passed away, and she's still.
I don't think it's even that. I think it's it's how she speaks about him and.
Because she genuinely loved him, though, isn't it?
Yeah, she did. But it's like, for example. With you, Bo, Lanray, whoever, you're not overtly, showing them love in the public eye. And
do you know what?
I'm saying?
The thing is, though, yeah, it's like with Lanray, that's my like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I could, and every time I like on his birthday, it's always like, sis, you fumbled the bag. Like, why is that not your boyfriend? I'm like, the fuck?
Oh, like.
I get messages, oh, he's so good looking. Like, how come you never... No. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
or like...
I'm surprised, actually.
And there's one... there's one guy, yeah, who all the time is just like, are you guys just going to admit that you lot are going to... Like, you lot have boned each other? And I'm like, And obviously, because like we used to go on holidays together, so I've gone on plenty of holidays with Lanray.
Yeah.
And people have always found it weird. Like, we've been Thailand together. I've been New York together.
I've seen it.
No, weird. And even like the other day, I was like, bro, what? New York, what are you saying? And he was just like, G. I'm like, I could fly with Lanray in a heartbeat and it's not an issue.
No, the thing is, even, obviously, I saw you and Lanray going away together when I obviously first met you.
Yeah.
And I never really ever thought anything of it because I know you and I know how we are.
Yeah.
I can easily imagine you going on holiday with a guy and it being
literally
strictly platonic, innit?
Bruv, he used to come to my uni house and we'd stay in the same bed. Like, he stayed in my uni house in my bed and nothing, like, we're friends.
Yeah, but you know what it is? Those relationships are few and far between, innit? So it's like, they're it's rare. It's rare to find a girl and guy who sleep in the same bed, and which is mad. So I get why people look at it and think, maybe there's something there, because to most people they don't really have that in their life or an example of it, innit? Because I've got many examples of it, but obviously you're a direct example. So when I saw you on holiday with him, I didn't think, they're secretly doing something. Or I just thought that's her brother.
Literally, it's like I'm going on holiday with my brother, sibling. Like, let's go.
Yeah, but it just shows you that most people think that too good. It is. I think it's about looks. Let's be honest. When you got people who are good looking, people just can't imagine it just being platonic.
Sorry,
I'm trying to say, because if it was, for example, someone who was deep. Okay, cool. Perfect example. Let's just say girls and guys didn't rate Lanray. And they thought he wasn't good looking. No one would say that, maybe something's going on and why don't you two get together? It's because they rate Lanray, they rate you, and they believe that two people who are both good looking can't coexist together without anything going on. And it happens.
Fair enough.
Definitely happens. How did we get to this point again? Oh yeah,
your birthday. No,
the
Jada.
Tupac and Jada.
Sorry.
I think she was definitely in love with him. I reckon if he didn't die, maybe something would have happened there. But it's just like, if you're Will Smith, do you feel like maybe she's not telling you the full truth? Do you feel like maybe something did go on and she's not letting me know? Or do you feel like, does my wife love this guy more than me?
I think, you know what it is? I think it's pointless.
Yeah.
Because the guy's not here. Like, so...
No, it's pointless, but if I have to live in a world where my life is always showing all this love to Tupac and I'm still here...
It is awkward though.
I still have questions.
Yeah, but the thing is, Yusuff, we've fully established that. See, when it comes to them two,
yeah, obviously the relationships,
they're not like me and you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he was happy with her for them to have a red table talk and talk about August and entanglement. Yeah. So it's like, this is the least of his worries when you think about it. Like,
yeah, of course, because he's not hearing it. For me, it's more about public perception, isn't it? Obviously, that he's not gonna get his knickers and twist over someone who's deceased, innit? R.I.P. Tupac, but it's like, I don't know. To me, it seems like there's friendship and then there's. Okay, cool. Do you believe that you can have a soulmate friendship?
You know what? I'll be honest. I never thought of it until you said that.
Okay, I was asked this the other day.
But in hearing what you said, yeah, I get it. Because there's some people...
Yeah.
Let me use Sid as an example, yeah?
Are you about to say you just saw me?
No. I'm saying mine and Sid's friendship, yeah, is golden.
Yeah.
Like, we finish each other's sentence. It's like... Sid is like the sibling I wish I had. Like, no, but you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I always think, how comes... Like, the girl who gets with you, yeah, obviously it depends on the kind of girl that she is, yeah, but... Yeah. There would never be a dull moment.
We're about to sell City, though.
No, literally, for me, it's like there's never going to be a dull moment in your relationship. No, like, he will bring you joy. Yeah. And like, he's just good people to be around. He's a vibe. Do you know what I mean? He's someone that I would always want to be around because he's just good energy and good vibes. Like, we are so in tune.
Yeah.
Platonically, by the way, before anyone starts saying Gina like said. But I don't. But I'm just saying, like... Yeah. Mine, like, our friendship is A1.
Yeah.
So he's not like a soul. I'm not saying he's my like soul tie in terms of a friendship, but like when I think about him, I just think, rah, like as Bedouins, we're proper like in sync. It's nuts. And the maddest thing is, I've not even known you for the majority of my life.
Yeah.
Like I haven't known you for that long.
Yeah.
But I said to him the other day, I wish I knew you growing up, man, like in school and stuff. Like, because like, we have so much fun now, yeah. But imagine like imagine if it stemmed from like before, like all throughout the years, we'd have too many moments to like to laugh about. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, no, that's like me and Sid as well. Me and Sid literally talk every single day, and we just crack joke. Yeah, we crack joke
over dumb, like the most random
we just
stuff.
Crack joke all day.
Yeah,
talk about basketball, talk about girls, talk about whatever. Literally every single day. And obviously, I've known him since 2017.
I met him through you.
Yeah,
throughout the pod.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Sid's good people's, man. Ladies,
honestly, so
he's hilarious.
I don't, and maybe it's just because I like fun. Maybe because I really like funny people and fun.
But didn't he? Remember, obviously we talk about him when he's not here.
Oh, not being serious.
But wasn't that one of
his flaws?
Not flaws, but I can't remember the conversation. But it was like
some girls don't take funny guys serious all the time.
It's like, that was it. Like,
I get it though.
It's not everyday funny, innit? Sometimes be serious, basically.
No, and I really get it because I get it.
Ghanaian love crisis.
Ghanaian.
But bare girls were like, bare people were like agreeing with him.
Yeah, of course.
I never knew it was a thing.
But there is a lot of loggerheads between Ghanaians though.
Okay.
But what was we talking about? Oh, not everyday serious.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, the problem with someone like him though, is you're never gonna really know when he's joking or being serious because he jokes all the time. But if he's able,
that's like Brent as well.
If he's able, too far.
Like
Brent's too far gone.
Brent's is extreme to the point where Brent is one of them people where I feel like I know Brent, but at the same time I feel like I don't know him. It's weird because he never tells the truth, and even when he tells the truth, I can't tell because he's always joking around. So it's like I've known this nigga for over 10 years, and I still don't know. I feel like I know him well, but at the same time it's like, why don't you just be honest with us? Like, even off air.
But he feels like but that's the thing.
He lies.
And remember, we have long talks, and I'm just like,
That's the thing. Even when you give me like the intel to your off air conversations, I'm like, he's still lying and chatting shit to you.
But then he's saying to
when
me,
you're together.
But this is the thing in the moment.
Yeah.
He's adamant that he's not chatting rubbish.
No, he's chatting rubbish.
That's what I'm saying. So it's
rubbish.
like, very dangerous human being. But like, I get it. It is a bit annoying if you can't always. But then I feel like it's just about striking a balance and also knowing that, okay, when there's a time to be serious, you're serious, and when there's a time to play jokes, like you. But my thing is, bruv, you can't take life too serious, man. I need life already is hard and stressful.
Yeah, no, you can't. But no, it is for me. You have to read the room, innit? Like, there's a time. Obviously, if you're a person who likes to joke around, cool. But the person you're talking to may not be that way inclined. So if someone wants to, remember, some people they want to be serious. Like, they might have something they want to talk about, and they want to talk about with another person, but in a serious manner. Like, they want to get something off their chest. And if you approach them with a certain issue or problem, and you come back to them with a joke, it just kind of diminishes what they came to you for, innit? So it's like,
no, I get it.
Match my energy. Don't always crack jokes.
You have to always know who you're dealing with and like read the room. Like, I think that's important. And I feel like once you're able to do that, then you can navigate easily. Like, but I'm not saying change who you are. Like, I would never say to him like, okay, maybe try not to be as funny because no, you can't.
No, you can't tell someone not to be as funny.
Because that's just how he is naturally. Yeah.
I think it's more of a try to learn how and when, not even so necessarily how, but when to lead with a joke or rebuttal with a joke or reply with a joke. Sometimes if someone says something serious to you, it's not everyday reply. And I ain't just talking about Sid, by the way, just anyone. Don't always reply with a joke. Because sometimes people want to have a serious conversation. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, listen, Sid's a great guy, man. Yeah, ladies, go and scoop him up. Yeah, but yeah, someone's asking me about that. Do I believe that you can have a soulmate? Like, because obviously when we talk about soulmates, we always think about in the relationship sense, innit? But you could have someone who's your soulmate in regards to friendship. Someone who you just vibe with, you connect with, chemistry's there, but it's just platonic. But I do feel that, looks do play a part. As in, it's easier not to... I think it's easier sometimes to have a friendship with someone you're not attracted to. Someone who you're not attracted to. But you know what? No, sometimes. I get that, but I feel like you're not a bad-looking guy. Landway's not a bad-looking guy. Big Butt's not a bad-looking guy. Sid's not a bad-looking guy. Like, these are guys around me who, if girls ask me about them or they're interested in, I see it. Like, I get why you'd find so-and-so attractive because he's good-looking. Like, I don't think anyone I've got around me is dead. So, I think... Well, okay, cool. Yeah, and I've got another male friend who I think is extremely good looking. I'm not going to say his name, but I think he's extremely good looking, and we're generally just bedrooms. But you can still be good looking. Sorry, someone can still be good looking, and you don't find them attractive. True. So maybe what I said was a bit flawed, but I just feel in general, not our specific case or whatever, but in general, when the other person isn't attractive, then it makes it easier maybe to form a friendship. I don't know. So then I agree with you. And you know what? I think it's good because when we talk about attraction, a lot of the time, the first thing that comes into your head is good looks, innit? But you say this all the time, like, someone, like, you have to be attracted to the person. Yeah. Like, you can be, like, attraction is just more than looks, I guess. Is basically what I'm saying, like. And it ain't no Ralph though. It ain't Ralph level. No, I'm dead. Sorry, that was so funny. That was an accident.
No, your reaction even kills me.
I was like, where the fuck is that coming from?
But yeah, attraction is not just simply like looks.
No, it's not. Attraction is more than looks. Definitely. Definitely. You could be attracted to someone's spirit, to their personality, just to their aura, their vibe, and things they're interested in as well.
No, that's such a good point because I naturally will, if someone says they're attracted to me, I will naturally jump to, okay, you just want to shag me. Like, that's just all I think. Basically, that is what I think you're saying.
Yeah.
That you can say, oh, I'm attracted to you. And I think, yeah, you just want to fuck, to be honest. But it doesn't always mean that. Obviously, sometimes it can. And the word can be used loosely.
Yeah.
But it also can be bigger than that.
Yeah. It's funny though, because when you, for example, meet someone who you're attracted to physically, let me take that back. That you know is attractive, like you know they're attractive, people find them attractive, but you're not necessarily attracted to them, but you are attracted to their personality, their vibe, their spirit. Like for example, you said, like, you know Sid's attractive, but you're not attracted to him, but at the same time, you know he's got an attractive soul, spirit, vibe, whatever. What is it that's in your brain that doesn't allow you to go that next step to say, okay, I'm interested in you romantically? Like, what is it that stops you from, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's
it's weird, isn't it?
Such a good question.
Yeah, because
such a good question.
Like, I have female friends who I know are attractive, and we vibe well. We have great conversation, and you know, there's an attraction there in terms of your personality. Like, I like talking to you, but I just don't look at you in a sexual or romantic way.
Do you know what I think?
What is it in my brain that's stopping me?
You know what I think it is for me, yeah? It's familiarity is a big one.
Yeah.
So if we get familiar really quickly, and naturally kind of just go into the friend zone, once we're there, that's it for me. Like, I will never like see you as a brethren and then like, actually it's happened to me once, but again, it was with that situation, it wasn't organic. It was like not forced, but because I wasn't physically attracted in terms of looks. Okay. Everything else I was. Yeah. But it was more from a friendship level. And then it was like, he likes the whole package basically and wanted to go romantically. And I wasn't really there. I wasn't there, but then I kind of got swayed there because of like the aura, the personality, the chemistry, like in terms of just how we vibe and stuff. But when it came to like physique, absolute zero. Okay. So eventually it went,
Okay. So is it more so how you meet the person and your first initial interaction with each other?
Sorry, please. Can I have hot water, please? No, it's fine.
A little bit.
Oh, sorry.
A tad.
Okay. No.
So your first initial interactions and kind of what you two establish
from the onset,
from the jump in it,
100%,
and that kind of dictates
how it moves, how it goes moving forward. No, that's true, because with me, I'm very much I match the same energy in it, and this is the thing with me, right? If I meet someone and I'm attracted to them, and they don't give me that vibe, and the vibe they give me is if it's a friendship thing, I'm like, all right, cool, this is what we're doing, and instantly I'm able to just turn off that, okay, you're attracted to that person and want it to be romantic, to you guys are just going to be veterans, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I hear that. I definitely think it's like the initial interaction and kind of what you both establish mentally in your mind, like what is this kind of thing, and you just kind of, I don't know. But can you break out of that? Can you see someone as a friend initially and later on see them romantically?
Some people do, and I find it really. Some people have managed. Obviously, we've heard stories and we've seen people do it who have been best friends or friends for years, and later on down the line, you find out that they eventually got together.
I find that kind of. I don't know.
I find it weird.
I don't know if I could break that mold and be like, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if I could come out of that shell and be like, this person who I've been seeing as a friend for God knows how many years. Suddenly
like, imagine you have to kiss them.
I'm kissing them. It's like,
it's awkward. Oof,
but again, that could be
your soulmate.
A fantastic thing if you just kind of let go and be free. Yeah. And get over the awkwardness, the cringeness of it. I think
my thing is, I'm very, very big on friendships, as we know. Like, losing a friendship to me is so much more painful than anything else. Like, even friendships in relationships. Like, I'm big on friendships, right? Yeah. So I'm saying, if you was my dog, I'd be so cautious about overstepping that boundary because if it doesn't work, we have to be honest. Like, I don't think we're ever going to get that friendship back.
The thing is, it's funny how it's harder to maintain romantic relationships than it is to maintain friendships, because you're basically saying that if you got with a friend who you've had a friendship for X amount of years, which has been going great, the minute you two become romantic, now it's at, you know what I mean? There's risk now of everything just just breaking down, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's harder for us human beings to maintain romantic relationships than it is to maintain friendships. Is that because there's much more expectation?
There is, and also I feel like when it comes to friendships, a lot of the time we are a lot more forgiving.
I think we're more forgiving and we're more casual. They're less intense.
Yeah, like you don't have that many like expectations from a friendship.
None,
generally.
Really.
Like,
you have a few, but
no, but I mean, like you generally like we're bedrooms because we like the same things, or we just have great chemistry.
Yeah.
We laugh at the same things. We have a similar interest.
Yeah.
Like your friendship has so many different levels. Like so it's not casual, but like.
Yeah, no, it's true.
It just is what it is.
But then when it's romantic, obviously, then sex gets involved.
Yeah.
Money gets involved. Expectation. You want to be treated a certain way.
I think there's just basically a lot more layers.
Tons more. Yeah, there's tons more layers to a romantic relationship than there is to friendship.
Which is what makes it harder to maintain.
Yeah. Because you always hear the narrative, like a guy might like a girl or vice versa. It's like, you know what? I don't want us to go that way because I don't want to just destroy our friendship. That's always the same narrative.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I said I'm big on friendship. So for me if I was to ever kind of like step out that box, it would really be because I'm certain.
But could you get with someone and revert back to friendship?
No, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't. So it's a risk I'm not willing to take.
But does it depend on the reasons why you guys broke up?
Yeah.
Let's just say you broke up because you just felt like, you know what? It's just not working. Like, you know the old phrase, we're better as friends. Mm. If it's that, then you could easily slide back in the friendship now.
Of course.
But if you went through like a dreadful breakup with...
But then do you know what it is about that though? Let's say you move on, yeah?
Yeah.
And you get a new partner. Then it just becomes like, okay, for me, I just always want to have you in my life.
Yeah.
So I don't have the energy to just allow there to be disruptions that are not necessary. Prime example, we explore, not like being more than friends.
Yeah.
Realize it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Go back to just being friends.
Yeah.
Then we get new partners, and it's like, this is my co-host slash brother.
Oh, you're talking about me?
Yeah. I'm just giving an example.
Yeah.
And then your partner's just like, he's cool with it. But the moment he finds that there was a period where you guys took it from friendship to see what could happen, and it didn't, and you went back to being friends, still it's just a bit like, I'm not really comfortable with that.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you see what I mean? So for me, I just like things simple.
Yeah.
I don't want wahala. I don't want anyone to now come and tell me I can't be friends with you because we've done a thing. And let me be honest, I'm that person. I'm not comfortable with my partner being friends with someone that he's been intimate with.
Do you feel it's best for you to withhold
that information
from your partner? Like,
do you know why though?
It's techie because the thing is,
because if it's a person, if it's someone who's not really in your life like that and is very distant, then it's not that necessary.
Yeah.
However, someone like me and you, we work together.
Yeah.
We are with each other too often for me to withhold that information. It just comes across very booky.
But what if your partner will never find out? Obviously, nothing will ever happen between us again. So it's like telling him will or may cause unnecessary aggro, which won't even come out anyway because like nothing's ever going to happen and he will never know anyway.
How do you know that though?
I'm just saying.
But how do you know?
I don't. What? How do I know what? That he's never going to find out?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Perfect example. What if no one knew about us? Nobody. Like it was a one-off, it happened, whatever. So no one even knew. So no one's going to tell him. If it ain't me, you telling him, no one's going to tell him, innit? So that's one. And then two, we established that it was never going to happen again. It was a one-off thing. And I mean, so it's like telling him now is going to cause issues. So why tell him when we know it's under the bridge, it's done, it's dusted? You know what I'm trying to say?
I hear you, but it still wouldn't sit well with me because I'd still feel like I'm withholding a secret from you. And I'm lying, to be fair, because
You soft.
No, I am.
Like, no, I get it. I
wouldn't
get
be
it.
transparent, but
I
like,
get it
but
because
I hear what you're saying though, because sometimes it's really not necessary, and the outcome is not going to justify like you even saying anything in the first place.
Yeah, and obviously, right now I'm about to be hypocrite because I would want to know if my girl was like, for example, if there's a guy that she was. To be fair, would I want to know? I don't think I want to know. To be fair, like for example, if my girl had a male friend that was close to her, but they had a past, but he was someone who was like, you know, proper in her life. Would I want to know? Like, let's just say nothing was ever going to happen between them again.
Yeah.
Like, nada, nothing. Would I want to know that there was a history, or would I just want to have turn a blind eye to it? Because now, if I know they have history, every time they link up, or I'm going to meet so-and-so, this nigga, you know what I'm trying to say? I might act a bit somehow, innit? But if I don't know, then, you know what? I don't know, it ain't going to hurt me, innit? So, it's weird.
Yeah, I just don't... Because, for example, yeah, imagine they actually asked you, like, this is the thing.
Yeah, no, if I'm asked, then I'm going to tell the truth. Because, to be honest, I don't have a reason to lie. Like, I haven't cheated on you. This was before you. So, lying is going to add unnecessary aggro in it. So, hello, it's only me and you here, you know.
No, sorry, it's something Sid put in the group. It says Kate is... I'm trying to decipher what it means. And it says Joe Budden. It says I left.
No, he's just basically saying I've seen it already. The shoe Siggy.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. What was I saying? You have to help me get back to what I was saying because you interrupted me.
Sorry. Would you want to know?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because on one hand, you want to be honest with you.
You said that if you were asked, you'd say you wouldn't lie.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, no, if I was asked, then I'll say. I'm not gonna lie if I'm asked because
See?
that's just gonna cause it. Because if you ask and I lie, and then you find out later on, it's like, why did you lie?
That's what I'm saying. It's long.
It becomes a whole thing, then, isn't it? But if it's a case where I know 100% foolproof, this is not like maybe I might not because I don't want to put ideas in your mind and now you're gonna, especially if you're a certain person, especially if I know your personality. I know that you're an overthinker and you worry and maybe you got trust issues. I don't want to add fuel to that fire in it. So I don't know, but I know everyone thinks that honesty is the best policy. But
so basically, what you're saying, sometimes it's not.
Sometimes it's just,
you have to use wisdom.
Use use your own discretion. That's what I say. Is it worth it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You seem like you're getting kind of like bored there.
No, I'm just really... You thought I was joking when I said I'm tired. Have you not noticed how many times I've yawned? I need this water.
Okay.
To wake me up.
You know, I'm tired as well, bro. But we got a pod, man. We got a pod.
I know. That's why I need to drink hot water or something. Just to kind of like liven me up because right now I'm really sinking into my bed.
Into what? All right, let's clap and then when he comes back in.
Do you sleep though? Because you seem like you don't. Like you sleep late and then you're up early, no?
I don't sleep late by choice, but sometimes I sleep late. But my body clock just wakes me up early anyway. Yeah.
So that's the thing. So I've been waking up at like 6 for no reason. Last night, guys, I had a... Should we clap back in?
Yeah.
Last night, I had like a spiritual attack from hay fever. I need you not to understand. It was so bad. So about 1:30, I was like, okay, let me go to bed because I have a really early start. So I was going to be up. I needed to leave my house at 7:30. So I was like, all right, it's 1:30. I'm going to be rattled when I have to get up. So let me just go to bed. So I fell asleep. And then at I think it was 3 a.m. I don't know what came over my body, but it was mad. My eyes really started itching. My nose kept running. My throat was itching. It was just, I had like a fever. I just thought, but I'm meant to be asleep. Like it woke me up out of my sleep. It was that bad. And then my eyes didn't close again until like 6. And then I had to get up. Brent, did you forget to record?
No.
Oh, because you look really...
Just change the camera around just to see if my head's in the way. It's not in the way.
Oh, was it in the way before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The other one, I realised, wait a minute, I'm sitting right in front of the camera.
Oh.
So I just checked it.
See, you're smart.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have noticed that.
Yeah, I know. But that's why I put this here.
So where can you see?
Well, if I hook this up right now, I can see what's.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
okay.
so cool.
Are you doing this thing where you're doing like a hand thing? I've noticed in a few episodes that your hands in the camera.
Do that.
Yeah, I thought that was a conscious thing. You'd like it's like your thing, like your hands like. No, it's just okay.
I didn't know that was
Yeah, a few episodes you're like.
You like doing that?
No, because I speak with my hands.
Your hands,
very,
of
Yeah.
course,
yeah. That's my Trinidad in me.
Yeah. All right, cool. Where was it before we took a little
We're
water
talking
break?
about platonics. Like, so before you came, we're talking about can you be like friends with like another female and it be a platonic relationship, when we spoke about that.
Yeah.
And
I think it originated from, obviously it's Tupac's birthday
yeah.
today, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
So she put up the poem.
Yeah, so it originated from that, saying how, you know, one, was their relationship platonic strictly?
Yeah.
Two, can you actually be no, sorry. I asked Gina, do you believe you can have friendship soul ties? Or soulmate, because I asked that earlier this week, innit? Can you have a soulmate who's a friend? Then we went on from there, basically. Do you believe you can have a soulmate who's a friend?
Define soulmate. Is it just somebody that I'm deeply connected to?
If that's the definition of soulmate, then yeah, that's what, in terms of a general premise, that's kind of how I see it. Someone who you're really connected to, you guys are like two peas in the pod.
And I don't want to do anything with her?
No.
Yeah.
She's strictly your friend, but on a, like for example, she said Sid basically is like that for her as a man.
Yeah.
Because they crack joke, they have a great time together, but it's just platonic, innit? And she feels like, not that he's your soulmate, but you know what I'm trying to say?
no, yeah, like I was saying how I feel like if, as like, I don't get why he's single. Like, do you know what I mean? I was saying he's a great guy, he's really funny. Like, you have so much joy in your relationship. Life is stressful enough as it is. So, do you know what I mean? And I was saying how I wish I knew him growing up. Like, I wish he was a part of my childhood, because we have so much fun now. Imagine how much fun we could have had before and like grown into it, if that makes sense. But yeah.
And you're all close too.
Yeah.
Brother and sister.
We spoke about our relationship.
Okay.
We even gave fake hypothetical situations.
Yeah, about us two getting to, like, if we were to,
Okay.
covered it all.
Yeah. I can't do this though. You and me?
Yeah.
I can't do that without wanting more.
And we also spoke about you as well.
We spoke
being
about
absolute
you.
bullshit.
Yeah. About how you're not serious.
You're not serious. Hand out.
What?
See?
Wait a minute.
Here we go.
Without me
And
present?
what do you mean? Hook, line, and sinker.
Yep.
He's just, Brent has entered the building.
Wait a minute. So what we shared?
What's that?
What we shared?
Basically, we were just saying how.
No, I think no. It
It was about Sid when we said
about Sid saying
sometimes
how
when
he
people
jokes too
joke
much.
too much, it gets to a point where you don't know whether they're telling the truth or it's a joke.
And then,
And we're
obviously,
saying
you
how
came to
you're
mind.
just too. You're
No,
just.
but I've been very upfront with my thoughts.
You're too. Brent, you
But
haven't.
the
man.
point we've made is because you joke a lot.
We
you
don't know if
when
you're actually being serious or
you're
not.
telling the truth
Or
and
just
when
in
you're joking.
general.
Yeah, like even
Oh, okay.
for example, off camera, off air, the
Yeah.
convos that you two have had off air.
Yeah.
Even with those, she can't tell whether or not you're joking or being serious. And even when she tells me what you guys speak about, I'm like, this guy's fucking chatting shit. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, even off air, knowing you personally, we can't even tell when you're being serious and when you're joking around.
Yeah.
And
I'm curious as to what she shared with you, to be honest, because
No,
I
it's
shared
just-
quite a few things.
No,
I'm not sure how far you went.
I don't know.
the first conversation, you remember like, oh, they're in an agreement.
Yeah, no,
Remember?
I think
It's just that.
Yeah, but
You're fine to know that information because I think I told you that.
no, it's not about me being fine to know it. It's about
Oh,
whether or not
gosh.
you're being
Are you
truthful.
being truthful
No,
about it?
100%. As in,
Yes, Brent.
yeah, I would love to basically engage in.
No, that's the thing. You're not. You're lying.
No,
Big
I'm
man.
saying it because you're looking at me when I'm saying it, and because I normally smile when I talk.
Yeah.
You just discard everything I say.
No, it's not about you smiling. It's about you being truthful and true to your word, and we know you're not true to your word in regards to these type of things.
I'm saved and sanctified, right? But I'm in church for a reason. I think I
You
keep
say
telling
this
you guys.
all
I
the
keep telling
time.
you.
You're
Just
saved
that
because you was a sinner.
my mind runs on so many different things
Yeah.
at any point in time.
Yeah.
That's why I'm in church. That's why I have Jesus in my life. I
Hallelujah.
cling to Jesus because I need Jesus.
That I believe.
So when I'm seeing things like you're questioning, why are you questioning it? You must know that runs through my head.
Because no, when you say certain things, I can tell this guy's really excited about this topic. I understand that because you're deviant in your mind.
Energy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's when you translate into real life. That's when, like, for example, I've done that, and no, you haven't done it. Like, you haven't. Stop lying. Or you would do something. No, you haven't. Stop telling us what you haven't done and what you would not do. But have you thought about it? Is it on your mind? Yes.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't mind how you view me.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's probably the best position I could be in.
Yeah.
Because I can do anything and I can get away with anything.
Yeah, but why? Yeah, but why do you want to be? Why do you want?
No, I don't. This life has chosen me. I don't want this.
Oh, I didn't choose this.
No,
life.
you do
Life
want this. You do want this.
I'm a jester. And because of this particular situation,
Yeah.
I've told her I wish I could split myself. Like, I literally want to give her one of me because I know that she will look after that one. And that one will look after her so well.
I'm dead. Why are you laughing like that?
So well.
So done.
But it all boils down to my purpose.
Yeah.
And I don't want to basically look to confuse her even more than I'm currently doing with being a jester.
You're not buying it.
I don't buy it. No, thing is, I buy it. I believe that his feelings for you are genuine. When I say feelings, listeners, I don't mean like, you know what I mean? Feelings could be, you know, plethora of different things in it. But whatever Brent feels for you, I believe is genuine. But just his delivery and the way he goes about expressing it, it's like, it seems like he's joking around a lot. So it's hard to know whether or not, for example, if you were like, yo, this, you know what I mean? Is he going to be like, okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
How long have you known me?
Over 10 years, over 10 years now.
And in what capacity over those 10 years?
More so of, I wouldn't say business, but more on the creative side.
This is it. So you've never seen me in real life.
That's what I said. I said, as long as I know this guy, I still don't even know. I said this when you wasn't here. I said,
you know Slick?
Fuck off, bro.
wait.
Don't be sick, bro. Oh, I thought you meant that was your nickname or something.
No,
oh yeah, like I'm Brent.
No. Yeah, a bit slick.
His name is Slick Mouth. Slick.
No, I know. I thought you were saying that was your alias.
No.
Oh my gosh, Kunle. He came.
He came once.
Yeah, I proper remember him.
Yeah, because he had
the beads, the hat.
Yeah, he had these.
Beads,
yeah.
isn't it?
He
The
goes through
African
so much different.
The African beads, the hat.
Yeah.
And he's got this kind of Nigerian American accent,
Yeah,
right?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So if it is that you knew him, he'd be able to brief you about who I am in the context in which is he's seen.
Yeah.
I've known him for longer than I've known you.
Yeah.
And he's known me in different circles or different spaces, different environments.
Yeah.
So he would know that I'm busting joke when I'm saying it, but he knows full well the reason why you're busting joke is because the source in which you're taking the jokes from, it's legit. I'm in church for a reason.
We hear that. Amen. Praise God. Hallelujah.
We hear that, but are you in church because of your mind
Hallelujah.
or for your activities?
I am of the belief that no sin is taid. So if it is, I've thought it.
Yeah.
I've already done it.
Serious?
I've already done it.
Oh, the Lord knows.
So you would seek
My mind.
So you would seek repentance for a fault.
No, that's you see.
And not necessarily an action.
I don't pray every single night for repentance. I pray to Jesus, thanking him for dying on the cross for all of my sins.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So that's a canvas that he's spread over all of my life, past, present, and future.
Yeah.
So I don't continually keep bringing my sin for the past day to him.
Yeah.
It says in the Bible that God doesn't remember your sins. He has no recollection of your sins once it is that he's forgiven them.
Yeah.
So I'm coming to God and then saying, I'm sorry for this. He doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because he has no idea of something that Jesus has already forgiven me for. But it's me acknowledging that he died for my sins and I'm thanking him for forgiving me.
Can I ask a question? And I want you to treat me like a child when you answer the question, explain to me what is meant by Jesus dying for our sins and what does that mean for a Christian who is just living? Like, if Jesus has died for my sins, the sins that I will commit, haven't committed.
100%.
Like, what does
Past,
it mean?
present, and future. Now, this is my belief. Understand that every Christian may not believe the same thing.
But a lot of Christians do
as
believe
me.
in that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Christians that that are in my circle, they believe that.
But that doesn't give you anonymity, does it? Is that the right word?
No, what you're asking is, does that just give me a blanket to go and sin? No, because that's me choosing to basically be willfully sinful.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't give me a blank check.
So explain to me what dying for our sins means in like the literal sense.
He died for past, present, and future sins of his people. Literally.
I understand it, but I don't understand it.
So he gave his life for others
Yeah. No, that part I understand.
to live.
But what implication does that have on Christians who just live day to day and who, are sinning?
It means that they don't have to go to hell for sinning.
So, okay, cool. So that's what I'm saying.
As in-
Explain to me like a kid. So, okay, for example, if I'm a Christian and I believe that Jesus died
Yes.
for my sins,
Yes.
when I go to heaven,
Yes.
even though I have committed sins,
Yes.
I'm going. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah,
So let me
because
break
you're
this down a
saved.
bit more.
Sorry.
Let me break this down a bit more.
Wait. Let me just go back. I made a mistake in
Mm-hmm.
what I said. When I die, I just go to heaven and not hell, because even though I've sinned in life, the fact that Jesus died for my sins means that I'm going to heaven anyway.
Mm.
So that they have got, what's the one I'm looking for?
No, you're basically saying that they can sin without
Any repercussions.
yes.
But that's what it sounds like based on what I just said.
Yeah, but it's now a case of, upon knowing this,
Yeah.
do you now have
Thank you.
do you now have the conscious thought, because you know that Jesus had died for your sins,
Yeah.
to go out and sin willfully?
But if there's no repercussions for me sinning willfully, knowing that.
No, because every single day we sin, we are born in sin and shaped in iniquity. Right?
Yeah.
So even you thinking something sinful, that's a sin.
Yeah.
And you do know that every single day, without even, it just pops up in your head.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You can't fight against that. Nobody can.
No, you
Unless
can't.
it is that you ask God to basically wash your mind. But come on, we live in a modern world,
Yeah,
and,
no.
and stuff happens, right?
No, I understand what you mean, but I mean, what are the repercussions? Because it does sound like, as a Christian, if you believe that you're going to heaven no matter what you do,
Yeah.
because Jesus died for my sins, then what's stopping you from doing whatever you want on
But
this earth?
it's no matter what you do, like unwillfully. If you willfully go out and sin,
Yeah.
thinking you're good because he's died for you,
Yeah.
it's like you're not acting like a child of God.
I know this, but are you still going to heaven?
No, but because
Do you know what?
every single day you are choosing to be disobedient. So how is that evidence? How is it fruit that you are a Christian?
So Jesus died for the sins that you just make, not by accident, but just through life, not the ones that you go out intentionally commit.
No,
Is
you
what you're
can still get forgiven for that if you are truly repentant
Yeah,
upon doing it.
No, of course you can. I'm not talking about repentance. Of course you can commit a sin and repent and be forgiven. I'm talking about the sins that Jesus died for. It sounds like you're trying to differentiate between me going out and intentionally doing something to me just. Obviously, we're all sinners, isn't it? We wake up every day, like you just said, and
Yeah.
sins happen, faults happen. So
Yeah.
there's difference between me just thinking something and actually doing something. Innit?
Yeah.
So it's like, are you trying to differentiate between those two, or no?
No, I think it's how we are asking questions.
Okay.
And it's coming across. I'm probably butchering my explanation of it, and that's probably what's
Okay.
caused this confusion.
Yeah.
Before Jesus died,
Yeah.
our sins meant that we would be going to hell, right? There is a argument that it was like purgatory, like
Yeah.
there's a middle
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
All of the
yeah,
souls
yeah,
that
yeah.
died before Jesus came, it remained there until Jesus basically opened the gates of heaven, and then they went to heaven, right?
Yeah, I understand.
But then you have stories of prophets going straight into God's arms, right? And they didn't die, right?
Yeah.
So there's all these back and forth around that. But let's focus on the New Testament, right?
Yeah.
So because he is now come and died for you, he's taken on death and he's defeated death.
Yeah.
Right? So no longer will anybody who has sinned and died basically be in purgatory or go to hell.
Yeah.
They can now go and spend eternity in heaven. This is the belief, right?
Yeah.
So when he died on the cross, it wasn't just for those quote unquote pre-Christians who served the God.
Yeah.
It was for everybody coming after too that believed that he came and he died for them.
Yeah.
Not only that, but he was also the Son of God.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Those are the key tenets.
No, I get all that.
Let me get back to your question.
Okay, cool.
So it sounds as though I am saying he only died for a particular type of sin, which is that unconscious.
Yes, that's what
sin.
it sounds like you were going down that road.
And no. The Bible is kind of like an instruction manual for everyday life, right?
Yeah.
And Jesus is supposed to be the person we are supposed to try to mimic or mirror, right?
Yeah.
Because that's as close to God as one can get, right? And he instructs us to be more like him, because if we are, everything will be sweet. But he knows we are fallen man, right?
Yeah.
He knows that we are born in sin. So he knows that life gets at us. He knows that we have questions that we need answers to, and we get angry and we vent at him, right? He allows all of that because we are human beings. We are flawed creatures.
Yeah.
Without him, we are nothing. So he's now saying, lean on me and I will have you. Hence, if you have sinned, don't worry anymore. Embrace me as Lord and Savior. Acknowledge that I came to die for your sin, and I will make sure after you die, you're good. Even when it is you're on this earth, because there could be hell on earth too. I will ease your sufferings. I will ease your burdens.
Yeah, and I think that's the question I had. So going back to my initial main question is, can a Christian live on earth, commit sin, and no matter what sin they commit, because Jesus died for their sins, and they believe in this, that they're going straight to heaven and not going to hell?
Yes, but it's how you're asking the question. That there isn't a possibility of that to happen. There could be a guy who, for all intents and purposes, he basically wants to live his life sweet.
Yeah.
But there is one Achilles heel that he just can't really, overcome.
Yeah.
And he keeps on falling. But just as long as it's his heart, and it's all about how God sees your heart, your intent.
Yeah.
If he knows that you are really trying and you're not just doing it because, hey, I'm covered.
Yeah.
I'm covered. You're not a Christian if it is you're doing that.
So then what repercussions are there for Christians who commit sins? None?
How do you mean? As in the afterlife?
Yeah. Because you just said that all Christians who believe that Jesus died for their sins are going to heaven regardless of what sins they commit on earth.
Again, you're doing the same thing. Look, let me finish what I'm saying, right? There is a guy. Let's use both of us as an example, right? Let's say I am the guy who, I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
I asked God for forgiveness when I was 16.
Yeah.
And I know the Bible in and out. And I know what's afforded to me if it is I claim to be a Christian, right?
Yeah.
I could fool everybody around me by ticking the boxes, coming to church, saying the right things, and appearing to be Christ-like, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not fooling God.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So if it is I willfully play the part in front of everybody and then go and be doing a madness.
Yeah, but that's someone who's pretending.
And yes,
Yeah,
and that's,
I'm not talking about those type of
one
people.
can still call themselves Christian in that regard.
No, but
and I can't come and say who is a Christian, who isn't.
That I understand because but like you just said, you can't fool God.
Yes.
So
precisely.
So someone can't, in my eyes, pretend to be a Christian.
Yes.
For face value.
Yeah.
And
cool.
then go into a fuckery.
So
I'm not talking about those people.
Cool. So you are basically saying the ones that God deems as Christians, can they sin and go to heaven?
Yes.
If God deems you as a Christian, then 100% you're going to heaven.
So you can have a pure heart and still commit sins, obviously in moments of weakness and
because we do it every single day.
Of course. no matter the severity of the sin.
Because no sin's teared. Every sin's equal.
Okay, cool. So cool. All sins are equal. I'm a pious Christian, but I am weak. I am a human being. I am a flesh, and I do commit sins. But I also ask for forgiveness.
Yes.
And because of
it's your heart that he reads. Do you understand? So that's where some people really despise those preachers who bandy on about this purity.
Yeah.
Because nobody can be like that.
Okay.
Do you understand? And nobody should come and look over you saying, hey, you should be doing. Focus on yourself.
Yeah. And then what about those who are kind of like a roller coaster type of person where they're good sometimes, bad sometimes, like they can't really, they can control it, but it's not really, how can I say it? They're just one foot in, one foot out. Like they're not lying that they're Christian and, you know, using it as a front. They are Christian, but sometimes there might be a period where, okay, cool, I'm steadfast on my religion, I'm going to church, I'm praying, and then I've just fallen off the bandwagon and I'm doing a fuckery. Okay, now I'm back again. Those people who are kind of like in and out.
It happens.
I know it happens. What I'm saying, are they in the same box as those who are pure of heart but still sin? Or are they in the same box as the ones who are just pretending for face value and go to do a fuckery?
Everybody has their own journey. Everybody has their own race to run. Look at Kirk Franklin.
Yeah.
Everybody saw him as the perfect Christian. And then what was happening in his life?
The scandal.
Which one? There were quite a few, right?
Did you see the little boys?
No, that's Donnie McClicken.
Right.
And he no longer does that.
Yeah.
But he got saved from that. Don't worry about it.
No, the reason why I asked the question because I've always been, what word to use? Not so intrigued, but I've always tried to or wanted to understand exactly what was meant by Jesus has died for our sins. And I never really got a proper breakdown of what that meant because from the outside looking in, you hear that statement and you just assume, okay, if you're a Christian and Jesus died for your sins, then you can sin and still go to heaven. That's like from the outside looking in, that's how it looks. So I've always wanted to know like a breakdown. Okay, what does that mean exactly? Does it mean I can be out here doing what I want and still go to heaven? There's no repercussions. Like, so in a sense, it's like, is there heaven and hell in Christianity then? If everyone goes to heaven, you know what I'm trying to say?
Oh, that's what you were basically.
No, that was
arguing.
That isn't what I was basically arguing. I wasn't arguing. I was just asking a question.
Oh, you asked me now?
No, the question I asked originally.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I understand. No, that's what you were battling with, basically.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I've always had that in my mind. Like, what does that mean exactly? You know what I mean? But you've given me some form of clarity.
I'm here for as long as you want to keep asking me questions. To be honest, if you're still mystified, then I can.
No, it's not. Very important that I get clarity on this.
Okay.
It's just something that I thought whenever it comes up, it's something that I think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not like trying to come to church and stuff like that.
Who knows what this
it's just a question. What's that?
I said, who knows what this conversation would do? The Holy Spirit works in.
It's not going to do anything. It's not going to do a damn thing.
Yusuff said, I ain't trying to be saved. Not today.
I don't need to be saved. I'm already saved. You get me?
Straight.
But yeah.
You had your hand up earlier. You wanted food.
What was it? Oh no, she wanted you to turn the AC off.
Oh, okay.
No, turn it on.
I'll turn it on.
Cool.
Right.
I should just had the Oreos from earlier. It's true.
So do you believe in what Brent believes?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are the same. What's the word?
Denomination.
Denomination. That's it.
I believe we enjoy the same type of preaching. I believe so. I think you go to a Pentecostal church or you used to. Yeah. I'm a Negro.
Okay, so out of the three Christians that we not that there's three types of Christians, but the examples we gave in it about one person. Obviously, I know you're not this person, but the person who is just saying they're Christian, but they're not really Christian. They do what they want, or the person who fluctuates. They're pure of heart, but intentions maybe or practice isn't great.
I think right now where I'm at, I'm here.
I'm also the fluctuator.
Right now,
I think you're fluctuating in terms of, but obviously I don't really put thoughts into the sin category, but you do with it, and I think you're more of a sinner in your thoughts and your actions.
Sorry, I do not separate it.
Yeah,
I know.
So I can't be judging people who are practicing other stuff if, again, I am thinking a particular thing, it's the same thing. So I might as well have done it.
I don't believe it's the same thing.
That's fine.
I don't believe it's the same thing. Do you believe it's the same thing? To think something and actually do it, to me, are two completely different things. Because
No, I'm saying this is how the Bible deems it. God doesn't see the sins as tared.
No, I understand. I understand what you're saying. But for example, it's someone, I know we always use murder as an example, but it's someone who thinks about committing a murderer, or someone who actually commits a murderer. Like, you can't get arrested for thinking about a murder. You can only get arrested for committing a murder.
Yeah, but that's the eyes of the government, right?
Yeah, what's that?
That's in the eyes of the government.
Yeah.
So this is a higher power.
No. I'm not comparing the government to God. I'm just comparing the
action,
the action and the thought. Yeah. So to me, it's like, okay, cool. I get it. Especially, it depends on what you're thinking of.
I think
because to think about certain things to me is criminal. Like, for example, to think about children in a inappropriate way, that's, to me, that's criminal. That's a sin there and there. So there are levels to it. You know what I mean? Certain thoughts, to me, you shouldn't be having them. If you're having them thoughts, then you've already committed a sin. You haven't done it practically, but the thought is so severe, so bad that, you know what I'm trying to say? It's
100%. And then I ask you the question, do you still not see that person as the same as someone who actually goes out to do it? Because sitting there and enjoying the same thing, and maybe you're wanking off, and the guy who goes out and actually does it with us, do you see the person as the same? If it is that you walked in on a guy doing something to a little child, or a guy basically watching porn and it's a little child that he's wanking off, do you still want to basically take action?
When I was giving that example initially, I wasn't thinking of him doing wanking. I wasn't thinking about that, but okay, let's use that example. Yes, that's the thing. Is it's I don't like to put things on the same level if I don't think there are. They're both very, very bad, but I'll put one is above the other. Like, both are completely heinous, but one is a lesser evil, even though they're both evil. I believe both things can be true, right? You can have two things that are evil, one that's less evil, one that's, you know what I'm trying to say? So I believe a guy who is, and this is a trigger warning, by the way, a guy who is, pleasuring himself to child pornography versus a guy who actually goes out and commits rape with a minor. I believe the guy who committed the rape with a minor is worse. They're both two evil things, but to me, that's worse because you actually went out there and done something to another person, whereas when you're at home just doing your own thing in your sick mind, you're just, you're just there by yourself and you're not actually harming anyone else. But the guy who actually committed it, he's actually harmed someone else. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But yeah, shall we move on to something more lighter?
At some point in time, obviously, we're gonna have a conversation about something, right? Because I don't know how much I'm clapping up.
Oh, you're bad, man.
I don't know how much I'm clapping up.
So that's why, yeah. No, that's not how I want to start this. I don't blame women for being guarded and protecting their feelings, because heartbreak and, you know what I'm trying to say, like, it can really, really hurt. So I want to hear stories like, the story that we just heard here. It's like, I get it. I fully, what are you looking at that for? I fully get why a lot of women put a wall up, especially if they've already gone through heartbreak and they don't want to go through it again. And I was thinking to myself the other day, actually, after I spoke to, a friend who's going through some stuff. It's like, I don't like the fact that another human being can have and can control another human being's emotions. Like, it's just rattling to know that, you know what I'm trying to say, another person can affect how you feel, your mood, your mind state. It's dangerous, man. So yeah, at times I'm like, ain't that deep? Like, come on, like, you can't let another person really control you. But like, feelings and love and hate and all that shit it's powerful, man. Powerful. So yeah, I don't blame women at all, bro. Even men, I don't blame men as well, because men could be the same.
So, are they controlling our feelings, or are we allowing them to affect us?
We're allowing them to affect us because of how we feel about them. So our feelings for them is affecting costs.
Can we truly be in love if it is that we aren't so vulnerable in a relationship?
No, I believe you have to be vulnerable to be truly in love, because you have to let go.
You have to give something.
You have to let go of your inhibitions. You have to be free. I don't believe you can truly consume love without being completely free. I don't believe so. But in doing that, you do open yourself up to hurt, because like it's tough, because you could love someone wholeheartedly and that person could not love you the same way, and things transpire and then you're heartbroken, and you know what I mean. And a lot of people do take those feelings into their next relationship or the next situation. So that's why the dating game's fucked up, because everyone is cautious, everyone's hurt, everyone's carrying baggage from a previous situation or relationship, and people don't want to get hurt again. And like I think obviously heartbreak and love affects men and women in different ways, and how we deal with it is different. But I feel like generally women kind of take heartbreak, worse than guys do, or they just display it in a different way. I don't know, but I feel like girls are much more guarded with their feelings than guys are. Like, I'm not necessarily scared of getting hurt. Like, I wouldn't meet a girl and put a guard up because I don't want to get my heart broken. But whereas girls probably would. I mean, I don't care if I get hurt. Like, I kind of see it as experience, growth. I'm not saying I want to get hurt, because I have been hurt before and it took me ages to get over it, but I don't regret it. And I'm not like, okay, for the next person, I'm going to put a wall up and da-da-da-da-da. I try to be anyway. Maybe my actions don't follow what I'm saying, but I do feel like I try to be open as I can with the next person. I try not to carry the baggage from the previous situation. I try anyway. Who knows if I actually do it?
I think women tend to fall easy or easier than men. Even if they carry baggage over, even if they are more guarded than the previous relationship, they still tend to fall easier.
Yeah.
And in seeing certain behaviors, then the whole mistrust kind of comes in, right? Quicker than it would have if it is that she didn't have baggage carried over.
Yeah.
And then the whole leaning in on, all right, cool. If I've seen this before, then what I saw to be true in the last one could be true here. So let me go and find it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And more times than not, they find it. But I think that we break the same way. But as you said, men display it differently.
Yeah.
We are raised to be warriors, absent feelings and physical sensitivity, right? So we would be murked inside, like we might become despondent.
Yeah.
But with women, they aren't afraid to bawl.
Yeah.
And we see that as them being more responsive to pain than us.
Yeah.
But it's just how it is that they display it. I think we break the same way. And in fact, I might even go to say that men break differently because we're not used to it. We're used to being the aggressors.
Yeah, men are used to. Men are the
perpetrators.
ones who are breaking hearts, and girls are the ones who are getting their heart broken.
This is it.
It's rare. One girl said it. I can't remember if it was something I read or something I saw in the comments. It's like a lot of men, they break their own hearts with what they do.
Yeah,
So, for example,
100%.
if a guy cheats on his missus and they break up, but he regrets it and now he's heartbroken because they're broken up, you done this to yourself. you cause your own heartbreak.
Yeah.
So I think with men cause their own heartbreak a lot. I believe. I believe it's the majority of the time the man is actually the reason why he's heartbroken, the repercussions of his actions. Whereas with girls, it's what the guy done to them, and that's the reason why they're heartbroken.
And have you ever had your heart broken and then told yourself, like, never again? As in, I don't even want to even trust in women again because I thought, oh my goodness, this would never happen?
No, because nothing's happened. Well, no, in how you're describing it, no, because nothing's happened to me. A girl's never done anything to me for me to be, angry at her or whatever. So in that respect, no. But have I experienced heartbreak and felt like I didn't want to go through this again? Is that kind of what you're saying? Of course, yeah, of course I have, but it hasn't. The thing is, if you're heartbroken once, are you going to say, okay, cool, I'm just completely off dating now because I've been heartbroken once, or are you just going to fucking get over it and move on? Like you can't stay in that state of mind forever. So it's one of the things where it's inevitable. You will get over it and you have to get over it. You can't stay in a state of heartbreak forever. So I believe that all human beings should have that same mindset because you can't just be heartbroken and be like, okay, cool, I've been heartbroken once, so that's it. I'm done with guys, I'm done with girls. Like,
what are the dangers of remaining in that space?
Well, you're never gonna, find a companion. You're never gonna be in a relationship again. And if you do, you're gonna bring just hella issues to it. You know what I'm trying to say? I think you have to, obviously you might not fully heal before your next situation, but you might be, a percentage of the way to being healed. But there's tons of dangers. And I think the main danger is ruining your next relationship because you haven't fully healed from your last one, or you haven't got over the important factors.
So it's important after that break, to then take the time to heal properly before giving somebody else another go.
I think you can. I don't think. Okay, let's just look at it in percentages. I don't believe you have to heal 100% before you move on. I believe that human beings have the brain capacity to be able to move on and mend at the same time. So you can, for example, be 70% on the mend, still have 30% to go, but still have the capacity to mend and be in another relationship. And who knows, that relationship might even help you mend the rest of the way.
Okay, let's touch on that because that in itself is a very interesting concept that you've just said. And Gina, I want you to jump in on this one also. I guess draw a source from, your previous relationships when it is that you were heartbroken and whatnot, right? You have experience.
Nigga, I'm seasoned.
Chewing gum and Ribena.
Brother, man seasoned out here still.
There's a prevailing thought, depending on where it is that you end up on the Twitterverse, right? Where one would suggest that you shouldn't look to find healing in somebody else, right? Do your own healing before you look to basically jump into something else, thinking that said person or said relationship might help in the healing. And then there is the thought that you just suggested that one could receive love that they've never received before. So they've gotten a different perspective of what it is to be loved. And that in itself could open up their eyes to something that they've never experienced, but that could aid in said healing. Is that where you were going with it? Yeah,
to me it's more so not looking for someone else to kind of heal you completely. If you were, if you had to heal by yourself for a certain amount of time, and like I said, just say you were at 70%, 80%, and okay, not a case of, let me go to this person for the other 20, but what I mean is it's easier and it's easy to get over someone when you're with someone else. So what I'm saying is you moving on, even at 70%, 80%, that moving on and being with someone may help you get to where you need to be faster. Not in the case of, I'm looking for this person to now take me to the promised land, but just being in another relationship and the goodness that brings to your heart can help you. For example, let's just say the last 20% was just you, just completely just, removing that person from your mind. And you needed another person just to help you just get them out of your mind, innit? And that might just be the last infinity stone in the pack. And then, you know what I'm trying to say, you complete it. That's basically what I mean, innit? I don't believe you should try to get over someone by being with someone else from the jump. Like, just to say you haven't even spent any time by yourself to heal and you just jumped into another relationship. You haven't even addressed your demons. Nah, I don't think that's a good idea. Heal yourself first. I don't think you have to be 100. Obviously, 100 would definitely be ideal, but who knows? And that's another thing, it's time, innit? how long is it going to take you to get to 100%? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Hey.
Yeah.
So, Gina, do you believe that when it is that you first got your heart broken, or the most, the hardest or fullest break, right? Did you have to heal first before you moved on, or you weren't even running through guys like that anyway, so you were forced to basically wait until it is that you were over him?
Yeah, I think it is dangerous to like jump into another situation without completely fully healing, because you're more likely going to take that stuff into the next situation.
Yeah.
And that could actually be a relationship that probably would be amazing for you, but the timing's not right because you're not where you need to be yet. So I feel like it is a bit dangerous. You do also need to spend time with yourself, but I feel like there's no time cap. Like if you feel like if you feel healed in a month, and that was fine for you, then cool.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes you might think, oh, I need 6 months, or like, do you know what I mean? Like you might put like a time stamp on it. I need a year, but it's just generally based on how you actually feel.
Yeah, I don't think you should ever put a time frame on healing.
Yeah.
I think you should just go with the flow and just know it will take time. And then when you reach there, innit? Don't put pressure on yourself to be like, oh man, it's been a year, man. I should be over this. I should be.
Yeah.
Nah, don't do that. Just
But I think also
let it
as
flow.
well, from experience, distractions, like some people are like, oh, distract yourself. They're not always the best. And I say that because if you don't sit with whatever it is you're dealing with and you brush it under the carpet, you could later on come to the realization that you never actually really even dealt with whatever it was, and it could come back and hit you. And in your mind, you're thinking, oh, I thought, you know what I mean? It's been time. I thought I'm over this. But no, you're not, because you never sat with it or really kind of took it in. You just kind of like distracted yourself with everything else around you.
Yeah. And remember, you can be distracted in the moment, but when you're at home alone or you're driving back from the said distraction, you're alone again, innit? And your mind just might be back to where it shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So, your advice for someone who has just had their heart broken, like severely.
Yeah.
And it's very new, very fresh.
Yeah.
What does one say to said person?
The thing is, I was actually thinking about this the other day, actually. It's very easy for people to give advice and say, you know, you'll get over it. You'll be better with time. And like, you know, all the generic bars people drop in it, because it's easy for the person who's on the other end to just give advice because they don't know how that person feels in it. Like only the person who's going through this situation knows how they feel in it. So even though advice is needed, it has to be taken with a pinch of salt in it, because there's nothing, I don't believe there's anything anyone can say to anyone that's going to make them feel better.
No, neither do I. It's like, it's like, sounds nice. Like it literally is a sounds nice movement. But until you are ready to like generally receive it or actually take it in and process it for what it is, it's just a waste of, and sometimes it can come across quite insensitive in my opinion, because it's like, oh, you'll be fine. Oh, in a couple of months you won't even care about it.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll be okay. Oh, you've got like a week to be in your feelings, and after that, like, you know what I mean? Like move on and stuff. And it's just like, without being in that person's shoes, you can't come and tell them what they can and can't, or what they should or shouldn't be doing. Yeah. Like, just let them be. Like, it's not, I don't know. I just find it really insensitive. But I guess obviously everyone has good intentions.
You know, I think the intentions are definitely good, and sometimes the advice is true. Like, for as much as we, you know, critique generic statements, they are true in it.
No, of course. Like,
but it's like, when you're on the receiving end, you don't want to, thing is, when you're heartbroken, you don't want to hear.
You don't want to hear it.
You want to hear it, but it is good advice. That's why it's given a lot.
But then do you know what also it is, Yusuff, though? You're not a dumb. Everybody knows that.
You're not a dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's African. You're not a dumb.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that in time you're gonna get over it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No, yeah, everyone knows that.
so
but
that's why I'm saying it's like when people tell you that stuff, it's a proper sounds nice because you're not telling me stuff I don't already know.
It's true.
And I know this. And when I'm ready to switch my mind into that mode, I will do it.
All right, so if someone comes to you and they're heartbroken, and they tell you what's happened to them, and you're on the receiving end, what do you say then? If you're not gonna give them,
I'd more be on like, do you know what? Yeah, you're entitled to feel how you feel.
Yeah.
Like embrace it. Don't fight the feeling and like feel like you can't be sad, you can't be upset. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think.
Like,
go on.
Yeah, just embrace how you're feeling. And like obviously in time it will come to pass, but I'm not gonna.
But you just said it in time.
But I'm not gonna. No, but it's more when. No, of course. But I'm saying like when the conversation is always, "How you feeling today? You okay? I'll give it a couple of months and you'll be fine."
I know that's one thing I don't do. When people are going through things, I rarely go and poke the bear. Like I don't want to trigger you because I don't know what type of day you're having. You may be having a day where you've forgotten about it. And you're doing well, and now I've come to remind you about it. Oh, you feeling better about so and so? You're like, big man, I was having a good day before you just fucking came to remind me about it. So it's like, I tread carefully when it comes to like heartbreak and even death. Like, even though I definitely give my ears and my, I'm there for you. I don't want to be on you every single day. How are you?
No,
How are you? How are you? You know what I'm trying to say?
The thing is, people that do that, I get the good intentions. Like, it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that people shouldn't do that, but it's just. When it's consistently about look on the bright side, do you know what I mean? After a while, it becomes quite patronizing. It's like, big man.
I hear that. Yeah, because it goes back to, it's easy for you to say it. But I think for me, the advice I would give, and even if I'm to take this combo we just had into consideration as well, it's more so just let loose and go through the emotions, innit? Like you're gonna feel so many different emotions in it and just let them run free. Like you're going to be sad. You're going to have your good days, your bad days. You're going to feel sorrow. You might be a bit depressed. You might be happy one day, sad the next. Whatever you're going through, just let it be. Let everything run its course. But obviously, I know me, and I'm going to go back to the generic statement that I always say because it's true. In time, you will be fine. Because it's true. And it's fucking true, innit? You will be fine with time. And I don't know what that time is. I'm not saying you'll be right in 6 months or 2 days or 3 days. You might be, listen, big man, you might be like this for 3 years. I don't know what to tell you. You might be heartbroken for 4 years. But when it's time, you'll know, innit? But and obviously, depending on the particular nuances of the situation, if I know the details, then obviously I could give particular advice about particular things that has happened. You know what I'm trying to say? So if I know the reason for the breakup and what the other person has done, then I can give particular advice which, relates to those different things. But the generic stuff with me is normally just, obviously talking about it helps. So if you want to talk about it, you want to vent, I'm here to listen. I'm not here to tell you off or to tell you what you've done wrong or whatever. I'm here to listen, vent. Because people just want to talk, innit? They want to get it off the chest. They want to vent. They want to, you know what I mean? So I'm here for you if you want to talk. Just be free, innit? Be free. Go through your emotions. And also, I like to say this actually, focus on things that make you happy. Don't necessarily distract yourself, but just focus on things that make you happy. Like, make yourself feel good. Don't wake up every day in a rut. Like, focus on things that make, even tiny things. It might be something you like to eat. You know what I mean? Just anything small, anything that makes you happy, indulge in things that make you happy. And I think that will kind of brighten your mood and brighten your mindset.
That's how you put on weight.
Huh? That's how you put on weight?
Mm.
During those times, the person tends to feel like really worthless, innit?
Yeah.
Like they have little or no value.
Yeah.
Everything is their fault.
Yeah.
And if you don't basically look to counteract certain things that they say with affirmations and positivity, they can basically just swallow themselves, innit?
Yeah, no, affirmations and positivity is definitely required. And I think that can be done without sounding like you're giving generic advice. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I always wondered what would happen if I just went in, right, and said something like, yeah, you're right, you're finished. Like, there's no hope left. you got no hope whatsoever.
I think the thing is, in them situations, sometimes, if your friend's telling you something, and they're kind of like a little bit in the wrong.
Yeah.
Even though they're, heartbroken and they're, beside themselves, do you tell them in that moment that, you were wrong? Or do you just appease them? So you don't appease them?
I have to because they know me as that person.
Yeah.
So if I've come and given them something different, they can't trust me.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they actually want to be told the stuff that they don't want to hear.
You think so?
Yeah.
But what if the person's actually proper like besides themselves and they're just like, let's say someone called
I'll
you.
be like, I'll leave you for a little while. I'll come back.
Yeah, they're crying uncontrollably. You can't then in that moment say, yeah, but you fucked up though. You gotta wait for them to at least calm down first and come to.
When you finish your crocodile tears, I'll come back.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't do it in the moment. Like,
but you have to hold them accountable.
Yeah, if you come to me, you're crying and you're telling me, and I'm like, and in my head I'm thinking, this is not adding up. Like, you're the perpetrator. I'm not gonna tell you right now because you're crying uncontrollably. But once you finish crying and we have another time to talk, I'm telling you exactly about yourself. Because what's the point in it? Like, you gotta know the truth and what you done in this situation. I remember one time I was about to Marv years ago. I think I went to his workplace, whatever. I was telling him about a particular situation. He goes, "But what do you do though? What do you do?" Because I was like telling him about.
Away.
It's like, what do you do? Because I was telling him about what she done. I'm like, what? You talk about my.
You're meant to be my friend.
I'm meant to be my friend about what did I do though. But I get it though because I'm telling him one story and he's like thinking, wait a minute, but you're telling me all this, but what did? Because obviously there's two sides to every story or three sides. There's her side, your side, and the truth in it. So in that situation, he called me out like, okay, cool. You side, I heard you, but what do you do? So yeah, sometimes you gotta hold your friends accountable, innit? But I think it's just about finding the right moment.
Yeah, I don't think you can heal if it is you have the incorrect information. That's like putting sellotape on a cracked vase. It's not gonna hold.
No,
you're bound to break again.
Yeah.
But all right.
Sad times, man. Isn't it? Why is my dad so happy? My dad on my birthday, my dad goes to me, "Happy New Age."
Wow.
What?
Who says that?
Happy New Age. The guy called me on, not smoke, but he called me on like you're old now, right? You know you're old now. Anyone that's older than 30, they're old man. So you better go and find someone and that's,
Is it
anyone that's older than 30.
30?
Absolutely no tact. No
He just gets straight to the point.
No delivery.
But it sounds like he's been like this for, like since she was a kid.
Man said, "Happy New Age." And also, one thing I want to talk about. When did our parents or how did our parents become so WhatsApp savvy? Like, when did it happen? Did they all go on some course or something? This man,
you know they're savvy.
This man's sending me gifts. How do you know how to send gifts?
Oh, is it?
How do you know what a GIF is? Who told you about GIF?
Maybe your sisters?
Even my mum one time, she was like, "Oh, you don't ever reply my messages."
Oh, you told me because...
I was like, what are you talking about? Because I don't see any blue ticks.
The blue ticks.
What you told you about blue ticks? About blue ticks. I said, "Mum, I turned my blue ticks off." She was, "Oh, I'm sorry. I've been cussing you out, She's been cussing me."
Still reply.
Huh? No, I still no. I don't reply her broadcasts.
Right.
She expect me to reply these broadcasts or these forward messages. I'm not replying to these. I'm replying to the messages where you say, "Hey, son," and I know you're talking to me directly. But yeah, why? It's just interesting that our parent generation have really taken to WhatsApp.
Yeah, that's their way, their line of communication.
Because they make calls via WhatsApp also.
And I was going to say, it's because now there's a way no one has to buy calling cards. Your mum's not sending you to the corner shop to go and buy £5 calling cards
for free
because she wants to speak to your auntie in Nigeria.
I didn't realize that was the reason why they use it.
Like, it's literally like a free way to speak. It's a free.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't take people seriously who call me on WhatsApp. I look at you like a donut. I'll be honest.
It is annoying.
I don't even know the difference.
I look at you like a why you call me on WhatsApp?
No, it is annoying.
Because
it just rings for me.
Half the time, I think it's by accident. Because back in the day, it was always by accident.
But it was because the icon was next to the
So when I say
picture.
WhatsApp call, my brain automatically thinks, "Oh, this is an accident," but it's not an accident. These niggas call me on WhatsApp. I'm like, why don't you just call me on your?
Do you know why? Because if you imagine, I get it though. If me and you are talking on WhatsApp, and I'm already in the app, to now come out of the app to go and call you when I can just press this one button because I'm already in the app.
If we're already in WhatsApp,
it makes sense.
If we're already in WhatsApp, then cool. But remember, WhatsApp is mainly done by Wi-Fi, right? So what
just
if I'm?
Data.
But it's better if it's clearer with Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So what if I'm not?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I use WhatsApp because the data is
we have
clearer than the normal.
Higgiest Wi-Fi.
Where your house?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
I couldn't tell though from like doing Zooms with you and that.
Yusuff, because it's been changed.
Oh.
The new Wi-Fi is worse than.
Oh, the new one. I
it's
haven't.
worse than Ghana. Virgin.
That's
Yeah.
Virgin.
Absolute worst Wi-Fi in the world.
Yeah. Why don't you have BT?
We used to. I don't know why they changed it. We had BT and it was
Who's they?
fine.
Your mum.
Them man.
That's a dead man. Yeah.
Like I generally was like, why? Because before it was perfectly fine. No issues, no qualms. There's bare boosters around my house. It's not making a difference.
Oh, you have boosters?
The Wi-Fi is like, it's so crazy because the other day I got a text saying I've used 80% of my data.
That happens all the time now, you know.
But it never used to.
How much data do you have?
60 gig.
60
And you're using-
gigabytes a month.
And how soon do you use your 8%? Like how soon? How much into the month?
It was like a week before. Why?
So you're never on Wi-Fi then? 60
Because it
gig.
doesn't work in my. You don't
In your house.
You don't
mean.
understand
Okay.
what I'm saying. It is that poor that you are better off just turning it off
I actually need to get more
and
more
just
Wi-Fi.
using
I need
your
more
phone.
data.
That's wild.
What?
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yes, it's a lot.
Do you know how much my allowance is every month?
No.
25 gigs.
I have 10 and I always have stuff to carry over.
I used to have stuff to carry over until there's a building that I'm always at. The Wi-Fi doesn't work on my phone, so I'm always on my phone there. And that's
I like how you said that. There's a building you were at. What happens at the building that you don't
Oh, I work there. So I'm always having to use my phone there, and it's eating my data. But if I had 60, I'll be calm.
But you know what it is? Yeah.
Watching
Remember,
movies and
I
stuff,
do
yeah.
live streams. So for some reason, like, not for some reason, but like a live workout on Insta drains a lot of data.
Yeah, because you're not on Wi-Fi.
No, but because I can't be. Because the Wi-Fi is that
Yeah,
bad.
no. I didn't know that you were using it at home and one-on-one.
Oh,
that makes sense.
literally, it's never on. There's no point because I can be there trying to send a message, and it's just and that stuff grinds my gears.
Do you log into the Wi-Fi here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm present.
I don't understand how you're suffering this. Why don't you just basically change the system?
No, obviously it's not me in it. So I've spoken to the people that decided to change it.
I don't understand. Are
Even
you stealing
yesterday-
from your neighbor's house? You
No.
said the people, as in the people in your house.
Yeah, and even yesterday I was like, okay, I literally sent a message to the family and I was like, so what are we doing about this? I said, what are we doing?
You just need to do something, to be honest.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I can't function.
So, is anybody functioning?
No, like everyone's all like. To be fair, yeah, apparently it's better upstairs. For example, I tried to watch. So I started rewatching The Wire,
Yeah.
and it took over an hour to finish one episode. I couldn't believe it
Are you
because it
watching
just
it
kept
on your laptop?
buffering. Yeah,
Why don't you just run an Ethernet cord from the router into your laptop?
excuse me.
I'm about to say you
Ethernet
took
cord.
it to the wrong person.
That's why I'm just like.
No, so why don't you run the Ethernet cord for the
So-
system for the main database? Like it took it to Gina.
Listen.
Paddy, like, are you speaking? You're speaking Mandarin
Any
right now.
internet that I've had for the last 10 years, I've never used Wi-Fi. My computer has always been hardwired into the router with an Ethernet cord.
Yeah, obviously because that's the main computer.
Yeah.
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 So if you, for example,
But she uses a laptop. So just get an Ethernet cord and run it from the router into the back of your laptop.
yeah, but that wire has to be hella long though.
Don't you sleep upstairs?
Downstairs.
And then the router's upstairs?
Downstairs.
So it's downstairs. Run the wire. Just hide it. And
Yeah, but that
No,
means
because my bedroom and the living room to where it is not.
yeah, but that means she has to be at the same position all the time on the computer. She can't move around. She can't take a laptop over there.
what's happening right now? Is she using Wi-Fi? So at least in your room, you
Bruv,
don't have to be using
I'm
4G.
doing Zooms, yeah, and I'm like, let me call you on my phone, please, because they're just like, hello. Like, it's.
Oh wow.
I'm going to send you
It's
the
higgy,
new
bruv.
Virgin thingamajiggy because I set up that same thing in another person's house and it's sweet now because Virgin's so crap.
Are you a virgin?
No, BT.
The thing is, I don't even understand. To be honest, I just came back from Ghana and then everything was different. And I was like, why did you not do this?
All right, these lot want to talk us Here I talk about internet.
Sorry.
No, I'm playing. Thousands of women are being released from prison each year with just £46 in a plastic bag.
Okay.
This is something I read.
Why?
I don't know. Why £46? It's a very specific, random amount of money.
Is that in America?
No, that's it. £46.
Maybe it's enough to, I don't know. Like, it must be for a reason, that amount, to buy them something. Or, do you know what I mean?
It might be enough for like a train ticket.
Yeah.
Or travel from where they are to, I don't know, mainland. What's been going on though? What's been going on? We've had some deep convo. Let's lighten the mood. Anything fun happened this week? Anything of note? Anything in pop culture that we need to tackle, digest, and regurgitate out to the listeners?
Let me see.
Let's talk about this topic that every podcast spoke about this week. But we're going to give our take. I'm not going to lie. I can't even lie to listeners. I've been tapped out of like what's been going on. I haven't really gone to it. I've just been too busy working, which is a good thing to be fair, so I can't complain. But I haven't really... If there is a hot topic out there, I'm unaware. I'm unaware of the hot topic this week.
Honestly, even like just quickly on pages just to kind of refresh, just in case I'll see anything that will like trigger me and be like, oh yeah, we need to speak about this. But if I'm honest with you, don't you want to talk